Wow.
Your son, James. He's a good kid.
He's a good kid? A good kid? Why? Does he help the fucking poor? No. He sits on his ass all day, smoking dope and jerking off while he plays that fucking game. If that's our standard for goodness, no wonder this country's screwed.
And what about you?
What about me? Hey, I didn't have the advantages that kid has. By the time I was his age, I'd already been in prison twice. I robbed banks. I ran whores. I smuggled dope.
And you consider them achievements.
These were the opportunities I had. At least I took them.
And where did these opportunities get you, Michael?
They got me right fucking here. The end of the road. The big house and a useless kid. And I'm stuck talking to you because no one else gives a shit. Oh, I'm living a dream, baby. And that dream is fucked. It is fucking fucked.
Let it all out.
I think I just did.
No. Well, I think that's all we have time for. The same time next week?
I guess. Oh, I gotta tell you, I ain't too sure this shit is working for me.
Well, a sense of overriding futility is a vital part of the process. Embrace it.
Whatever you say, Doc.
My experience with GTA 5 story mode, man. Alright. Now let's check one more thing before I really start, is if I have audio. Because if I don't have audio this whole time, that'd be something else. Oh yeah, and my ear is messed up. For some reason, my ear is messed up. Why is it taking so long to load my stuff? This is why I don't like my stuff sometimes. Alright? Sometimes it takes forever to load up. But anyways, so, oh man, where do I properly begin my journey on GTA 5? Because it wasn't like immediate or anything. I remember I played way more online than I did like GTA 5 or GTA 5's like story mode. So this is about story mode. There's like only a couple of times where I felt GTA 5 kind of got me reeled in. So we're gonna go all the way back to when this game released. Yo, how you doing, right? Which was forever ago by this point. Let me see if I have audio real quick.
Only a couple of times.
There we go. I do. Beautiful. I have audio. Awesome. Okay. But anyways, as I was saying, right? GTA 5 story mode, for me, in the beginning when this game first released, I can't remember if I played a ridiculous amount of GTA 5 online, because I mean, not online, story mode. I gotta get online and story mode kind of differentiated, since they are two different experiences completely. But, I mean, they do intertwine sometimes, but story mode, for the most part, kind of is its own thing. But anyways, right? I remember when GTA 5 first came out. I can't remember what year, but I just remember it came out, and everybody was all over it. Now, keep in mind, back in this time, I still wasn't, like, crazy. I think I wasn't, like, really crazy on video games when GTA 5, like, first came out. But I was seeing gameplay of Vanos. I was seeing gameplay of Vanos Gaming doing it a lot. I was seeing gameplay of other YouTubers kind of do it a lot over the years. And GTA 5 has kind of molded itself as one of those games that kind of stuck around with me for a very, very long time. And I remember throughout most of me and most of my life going through GTA 5 story mode, I barely touched it. I usually kind of stuck to GTA 5 online and played with my friends, because played with my friends, my family, my homies, everybody. I would do GTA 5 like online way more than GTA like story mode. And I remember like my brother was so into GTA at a point that he beat it. I think Ronnie beat it, Dave beat it, Nick beat it. Pretty much everyone I've ever known at least over the years of GTA 5's creation, has sat down and at least beaten the story mode at least once. Right? And throughout most of my life, like I keep on saying in this video, I have never beaten GTA 5 story mode. And I remember, like, way before I started, like, my serious grind on GTA 5 story mode, there was 2 or 3 other times where I attempted to do the story mode. And throughout the years I was playing GTA, like, the PS4 version, obviously, I remember one thing I always had to do over and over again, because my PS4 had, like, a really big storage issue. If I remember correctly, like, it was like a storage or like a data issue where, like, every single time, like, our PS4 would not, like, accept an update, or would not, like, yeah, accept an update or something like that, or accept a new version, we would, like, have to, we would be forced to hard reset our PS4, and in turn, that would mean so many freaking times my GTA 5, like, save data and all that other sort of stuff would have been reset. So I had to constantly keep doing the prologue just to keep playing with, like, Dave and Chris and stuff on GTA 5 Online, or Nick, or whoever I was playing with. And I remember during that period of time, it was very fucking annoying that I, had to constantly keep redoing the prologue. So I've seen the prologue probably more times than a lot of other people have when playing GTA 5, unless they really play GTA 5 story mode religiously. So, but anyways, but I've seen that intro a lot of times, right? And it was to a point that it was kind of annoying seeing it all the time. But other than that, there was, like, another time where I wanted to play GTA 5 story mode seriously. And I think it was when we had, like, no internet for, like, longer than a month, right? And I remember I was just scavenger hunting through my games, scavenger hunting through my stuff. And I was like, I wonder what game I could play that's going to take me days to complete, that I don't just complete in a single sitting, or 5 to 6 hours, or 7 to 8 hours, or 2 sittings, or a couple, you know what I mean? I want to play GTA 5 story mode. So I sat my ass down on I think I had the PS5 at the time. I can't even remember when we first got the PS5, to be honest, now. But I sat my ass down. I decided to play the GTA 5 story mode. And I think I made it to where, if I remember correctly, before I just completely fucked off from GTA 5 story mode, because I wasn't, like, super invested in it, I remember, I think I made it to, like, a very early part in the game, or it was either around, like, Trevor was with Floyd and Wade. I think that was when I played story mode for, like, a time, and then just fucked off from it, right? But then, after this moment, I never really thought of GTA 5 story mode ever again. Because I wasn't really planning on, freaking playing GTA 5 story mode, like, at all. I just wasn't. I wasn't going to do it. I just said, screw it. I don't want to do it. But then, something kind of hit me in one of the weirdest ways possible. Right? So, a couple of days ago, or maybe around a week ago now, or more than that, 12, 13, 2 weeks. Yeah, about, like, 2 weeks ago, I told myself one day, it was, like, after my Sonic stream, right? It was after my Sonic the Hedgehog After Forces stream. I told myself, hey, remember that time I decided to dedicate time to GTA? Right? Yeah, man, I remember the time we spent on GTA. Why? We only play story mode with the homies. Why don't we actually sit down and play the story mode? And keep in mind, right, it's very hard for me to sit down and play, like, long games, because I would much rather have a game that's over in 5 to 6 hours than play a game that's over in 13 and beyond hours, okay? I like my game shorter, I like my game simpler most of the time, and all that other sort of stuff, right? So that's how I prefer that's how I prefer my games. I don't really care about the complexities that people like, or whatever the fuck. That's just not me, right? And I told myself, I'm going to sit down, I'm going to do it this time. I'm going to do it all the way through this time. I want to beat GTA 5 story mode. And really, it was just like this weird, motivation for me to just beat this game in some way, shape, or form. It was like not the weirdest motivation I had, but it was just like this thing in my head that just said, you know what? I think I'm ready to play GTA, because I think after all these years that it's been out and all these other times that I attempted the story mode, I think this now I'm starting to see a little bit, and this might be weird to some people, but I think one of the reasons why GTA 5 story mode never necessarily clicked with me as like a person, it's because it just never it was not my time to play yet. You know, and I know that might seem a little weird for some people, being like, not your time to play it. What the fuck you mean? It's either you play it or you don't. But y'all gotta think about it like this, right? Look, it's kind of like, you know, getting into a series or something. Like, you watched one episode here of Bleach, and you found out you didn't really care for it. Now it's because it just didn't click with you yet, right? And then you play it again, or you watch it again years later with a better understanding of it, or something like that, or whatever the heck, and now it's suddenly one of your favorite things on the planet. That's kind of what happened with GTA 5 story mode. Like, I used to never care about it. I used to be like, yeah, I know Michael, Franklin, Trevor, but I only know like the small details here and there, because I've watched GTA 5 story mode multiple times, right? And all that other sort of stuff. So I know Franklin, Michael, and Trevor. Like, I know their names, I know what they are, I know their personalities, I know who they are. So I don't really need to be like, you know, introduced, because I already know them. But anyways, yeah, I just started playing because GTA finally clicked with me, right? And I played it, and for my first session 2 weeks ago, and I fucking loved it. Like, for some reason, I loved it far more than what I thought I was going to love it as. Because every time I got on GTA story mode, I would only love it for a bit, and then I would close it out, never play it again, or just go do something else. Because that's how my brain functions sometimes. It's like, I would just do what I want to do, then kind of walk away, you know, and not really revisit it, all right? The only thing that's really gotten me, like, constant revisiting it is, like, Undertale fan games at this point. Well, not only, but I do Sonic fan games now, and I try my best to get on some Mario fan games and fan projects or official Mario stuff. So you get it, you get it. But anyways, so yeah, I loved it a lot, right? And I was like, okay, I want to do more of this GTA 5 story mode. And I'm not going to go into specific missions and stuff, because if we went into specific missions and what I liked and didn't like, kind of like I did back in the day, we'd be here for a long time. So which is why I'm just trying to sum it up, right? So yeah, I started playing GTA more and more and more and more and more and more, to the point that I was just like, each and every single time I would come back to GTA, I would love it more and more. You know, I wouldn't just sit there and like love it only temporarily. I would love the thing I'm doing more and more. Like, the more I played it, the more I fell in love with it. And it showed with the views too sometimes. Like, my first GTA video, what is it? Well, 67 views isn't a lot, but, you know, 67 views for something that's GTA related is pretty alright. Part 2 didn't really do that good, but, you know, I didn't really do it for, like, the views. I didn't really do it for people watching. I wanted to mainly do GTA 5 story mode for myself, you know, and just be like, okay, I can sit here, I can beat this, I can do this, right? I can prove to myself that I can beat a Rockstar game, because, keep in mind, right, I have never beaten a Rockstar game before in my life. So, I've never beaten Bully. I've never beaten any of the GTA games prior to 5. I haven't, like, beaten any of Red Dead Redemption 1, Red Dead Redemption 2. I haven't beaten literally anything. I haven't beaten any game like this, like GTA 5. I haven't beaten any game like that from Rockstar. So, I wanted to kind of prove to myself that, yes, I can beat a Rockstar title, even if it isn't Bully or other games in the series. But anyways, back to what I was saying, right? I started playing it more and more. I started getting attached to Michael, Trevor, and Franklin more and more and more. And I won't lie, dude. GTA 5 story mode is fucking good, man, for what I played. Sure, I didn't do like every other little mission. Like, AK, what I mean by little mission is like, the side missions too included or side objectives. I didn't really do all that. I only focused as much as I could on the main story as much as possible. But even with just the main story and not really necessarily as many side missions, I started to love these characters over and over and over and over again. Especially like Michael, bro, because Michael and I, kind of relate to each other, both have serious anger issues, both, well, not like, and some of the similarities end there or whatever, right? And, but damn, it's just that these characters are so good. Like, they are so good, like, each of them. Like, Trevor is good because he's weird. Storymode didn't get enough love from Rockstar. You know what? That's fair. That's fair, I think. Maybe. But anyways, as I was saying about GTA 5 story mode, right? I felt like, damn, like, again, the more times I played, the more I was getting invested into the characters and whatever they were doing. I mean, just, fuck, it is so good. And I know there's probably a lot more in-depth reviews out there about GTA 5 online, or, damn it, I keep saying online, GTA 5 story mode and stuff, but, man, the adventures that Michael, Franklin, and Trevor all go through, I mean, let me just think of the first one, bro. Like when the prologue one with Michael, Trevor, and, fuck, I can't remember his name, but, Brad, alright, that they went in the prologue, that one was crazy. Then Michael having to fake his fucking death. To fake his death, and his family's death so they can all live in freaking big ass house. That's already kind of crazy if you just randomly hear that from somebody. And then like, Michael being forced to go back into it because he fucked with the wrong people or he needed more money. Meeting Franklin, a gangster that wants to be out of the gang life and live a more professional life. Decides to tag along with Michael for the ride. Trevor's already a crazy cannibal hillbilly, fucking crazed psychopathic dude that ends up tagging along too because, he finds out Michael's alive and shit because Michael got a little snippy with his wordplay in a heist on TV, and that's what made Trevor realize, that Michael's alive and we're fucking doing this, and all that other sort of stuff. And it just all connects together in one big thread, doing each and every single mission with either one of the characters, or even a side piece adds a little bit more to each of the stories. And I can't lie, like, the bigger stories are so good, the smaller stories are pretty good, and even just the small little in-betweens, like the little dialogues and conversations that each of the characters were having with either their family members or people closer to them. I related with each and every single one of those. And this is why I say you should probably watch my GTA 5 story mode, like GTA 5 story mode series on YouTube. I have a massive playlist called like my GTA 5 like playlist. Might change it soon to like, might delete it and change it to like, where I put every GTA video in there and stuff. Because I might actually go through like the other games in the series and see what they're all about, see why they got so popular and whatnot. But one thing I seriously loved about GTA 5 is there were so many times, and I didn't think GTA 5 was going to do this to me, but there were so many times where I was sitting there pausing after what like Michael said, or after what Jimmy said to Michael, or what Trevor got told to I can't remember, Ron, his dude. All right, I can't even begin to tell you how many times I kept having conversations with the audience, with the chat room, about like my perspective on a lot of the situations that these three characters got themselves in with each other or with their partners or whatever the fuck they got. And I didn't think sometimes I would go so deep into those specific talking points and conversations that sometimes I could go on for more than just mere minutes, like just conversating about those specific topics, because I either relate to the topic in question or I have such an understanding of the topic in question whenever it's brought up that I just have something to say about it, and it makes me want to pause for a minute, like let that kick into my brain and be like, this is how I'm gonna this is how I'm going to say this is how I'm going to say that. This is why Jimmy's wrong here. This is why Michael's out of line here. This is why Franklin's out of line here. Or this is why Franklin's right. He's correct. You know, this is why Trevor actually has a fucking brain, okay? This is why Trevor's dangerous here, you know? I didn't think I would get so into it. Like, you know, having my own freaking conversations in the game between those characters, it's not even funny. Or, I think I said it wrong there, but you know what I mean. Like, just listening in on their conversations, like, between, like, even some of the smaller shits, you know, like Tracy being fucking annoying. Like, when she said, Danny, you're gonna do this, Danny, you're gonna do that, and all this other sort of stuff, and me and Michael just being fucking flat out annoyed with her, but then, when she, you know, when the family got back together, you know, it's just like, I'm thinking, like, man, Michael's, like, because I was Team Michael most of this game, bro. Michael was, I mean, don't get me wrong, I was also Team Franklin. Franklin's a cool dude, too. Trevor, on the other hand, Trevor is a whole fucking case, bro. He's a fucking crazy motherfucker. But yet, Michael and everyone at the FIB and others really love to fuck with him for some reason. You know, but it's a whole thing, man. And I don't know if I can explain, like, every single mission in minute detail. Other than, like, one of the last missions, the big one, where I couldn't get into the fucking truck. That shit was pissing me off. And there's so much, fuck. And it's not only just, like GTA made me feel something, like, with the smaller stuff, but, like with all the big stuff, GTA, like, made me feel so many different ways all at once. Like, anger, like, extreme anger. There's extreme, like, I don't know, understanding of these characters and, like, feelings and shit. Like, man, I love these guys, but I also really hate these guys. You know, kind of like an actual, like, best friend, pretty much. Or, like, a really good friend. Like, you love them, but you hate them all at the same time. And it's like, or you're neutral. You're like, it's like all three of the big feelings all in fucking one package. GTA 5 makes me feel so many different ways. And I'm so proud of myself to actually be able to sit here in my chair this morning and, you know, kind of blab about GTA 5 Story Mode and how actually great it is. Because it is a good/great story mode. Shoutouts to literally everybody who, like, worked on each of the levels, had their own stories for it, and all that other sort of stuff. Shoutouts to each and every single one of you guys that made GTA 5 Story Mode. And I know there's a lot more people who play GTA 5 mainly for its online now, because its online is easily accessible. It constantly keeps getting updates and all that other sort of stuff, even though I heard GTA 5's online is gonna stop getting updates soon. You know, but, I just cannot lie. Right? I just cannot lie. GTA 5, I feel like more people need to play the story mode again. And I know GTA 5 story mode was getting praised up the ass when it came out. So why the fuck should people, like, nowadays in 2026 still play GTA 5 story mode when literally GTA 5 story mode got its praise back when the year it came out? I feel like people, especially people in this generation, should play GTA 5 when they're old enough, of course. I don't want little kids to be playing GTA 5, even though 9 times out of 10, you've seen little kids play GTA 5, like, adventure mode or story mode or whatever, like, when they were, like, little 13-year-olds. But seriously, I highly recommend GTA 5 story mode because it is so fucking good. It is so good. To the minute detail, it is so good. You know, graphics are beautiful. You know, the world, the open world and environments are good. The mission structure, for a lot of it, can be really good, but there's also a lot of times where the mission structure in GTA 5 story mode is kind of ass. And there's definitely some of that as well in online whenever I talk about online one day. Maybe when online GTA 5 isn't really talked about anymore, and most people, like, play GTA 6, maybe that's when I'll talk about GTA 5 online and talk about my memories and good times with GTA 5 online and all that other sort of shenanigans. But seriously, y'all, go play GTA 5 story mode. It is so fucking good. Michael, Trevor, and Franklin, all of them are so relatable, like, on so many different levels. Not only just to me, but probably to some of y'all, too, out there. Trevor a little bit less, like, in terms of when he goes really psychotic, and he's even a fucking cannibal, dude. Like, a little less on him, but you know what I mean when I say relatable. Like, definitely Franklin and Michael, they are definitely some of the most relatable, like, characters, you know, not that ever for me, but they're definitely, like, up there. Dude, and I'm gonna remember this story mode for the rest of my fucking life, dude, because it was so good. You know, and I hope, and I really hope GTA 6, whenever they make a story mode, I really hope, because I think we're focusing on two characters in that game, I really hope they make it as maybe just as good or maybe even better than GTA 5's, because one day I am going to get on GTA 6 story mode and I am going to play it for myself, you know, and I want another adventure just like how it was in GTA 5. I want another big experience like that, you know. I really do. I want another I want another story mode like that. And I know there's other GTA games I could invest in, dive into, and all this other sort of stuff like San Andreas, you know, GTA Chinatown, GTA 1, 2, and 3 on the Game Boy, which maybe I will talk about those older ones, but for now, I'm just so satisfied with GTA 5 story mode and everything that it did. Its open world is awesome. And keep in mind, right? Another thing I think would help a lot of people is if they get into GTA 5 online first. The game that's usually about hanging out with your friends, fucking about, and all that other sort of stuff, and maybe doing heists if you want to and stuff. I recommend you do online to get used to GTA 5's like large ass map, since they use the same map. Story mode and online use the same thing. So I recommend you play online first so you can get used to the map, and this kind of helped me out too when I was getting into the story mode, because keep in mind, right, I'm not really big on the whole open world aspect of games, and I think it's mainly the reason why like GTA 5 has kind of hit so much for me is because, you know, I've been around this world so many times already online when I'm not even thinking about it. And, you know, I'm just used to seeing Los Santos. I'm used to seeing these locations that, you know, GTA, you know, I'm used to seeing these places in this little big ass world, you know. So I think that's cool. But anyways, I don't want to stretch this review on for any longer. GTA 5 story mode is goated. Go play it if you haven't. If you have, and you have like friends that you can show GTA to, I'd recommend you show them. If they're into the genre of GTA. Because GTA isn't just your first-person shooter shit. It's like your third-person shooter mixed with, I don't know, open world, something game. I don't fucking know. Look, it's just a game. It's a good game, alright? But anyways,